Oh, it's nice in here.
Have to talk over.
It's awfully nice in here. You keep it really well in here.
If it's all right with everybody, if he can come to our next meeting, I'll contact him and
Okay.
welcome him to the county and try and do all we can to help him with advertising, because there's gonna be some bucks
Now,
come in, you know, when he gets that hotel built, or help us be able to do more for the county.
let's see here.
Let's just do this and see if it's right.
Look at that, Saturday night, just too busy.
Hey, Lowell, you ready?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Just a little bit after 5, so I'll go ahead and call the tourism board meeting to order. We all got a chance to look at the minutes.
Yeah, I move I accept her minutes, or
Okay, the meeting.
get out of second meeting.
I'm not to get on that in a second. Did anybody see any mistakes or anything like that?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
That's the way.
why don't I just make them and
I
give you
s-
my copy or give you another copy? You want spelling mistakes?
Well, I'm no speller.
I know you are. I didn't know if you wanted spelling mistakes or just.
No, just as long as everything's, because I had, yeah. Okay, John made a motion to accept the minutes, even though they got spelling mistakes in them. Do I have a second?
I second.
Lois second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Minutes have been accepted. Financial report.
Okay, I've written 2 checks, one for $100 to Becky, WSLM, for announcements. And I wrote a $40 check to the Chamber of Commerce. We're now members of the
Right.
Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah, we should join a long time ago.
And I believe that I did not get a chance to get to the bank to get a financial statement, but from last month it was $97.5407, and subtracting $140 from that, that's $96.1407. $96.1407.
Okay. At the top of my head, that's what it looked like to me too.
Yeah.
And if it's anything different, why, we can always do a correction at next month's tourism meeting.
Okay. Review the financial report. Need a motion to accept them.
I make a motion to accept it.
Okay, Lois made the motion to accept. Need a second.
Second.
John second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried. Okay, don't look like we've got any guests.
Yeah, we got one.
Huh?
We have one.
Rhonda, you got anything as of right now, or you want to wait till last?
Oh, I'll wait till the last.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
you know, I'm feeling a little cranky right now, so I'm gonna save you from that.
Has she signed it yet?
Yes.
Okay, old business. I know Lois has done a lot of work on the brochures.
Yeah, this is basically the new brochure, except it has a lot of corrections. Denise kind of turned it over to me after I would email her, and she was going through the other person. So I got to check one place out today before I leave town, and then I'm ready to call and give her a final on these. Now, I know she wants to know how many we want, and I did not get pricing information. I assume that Denise has, but I assume she would be here, and she isn't. So we need to know how many we want to have
Well, I told Denise,
published.
I mean, this is just my own personal opinion. On the tourism brochure,
Or this one?
yes, I think we need at least 10,000. You'll start out. Then on the, to see the dinette, or the dining guide, they just basically stay here in Washington County, and I figured 1,000 on it.
Okay.
Maybe 1,000 to 1,000 or to 1,500, you know, because these pretty well stay here.
Now, did Denise share with you any cost?
No, but see, it was pretty well, I know she had one thing and she's gonna bring it tonight. This lady, and that's the same one that we done the last time.
Mary Jo, I talked to
Down
her,
in Louisville.
but I didn't ask her
And she'd spent like 2 hours, I guess where either you or Denise is stuck and send stuff down there. She had spent 2 hours, and I know she's got a bill for that, which Denise did tell me last night that when the girl does the brochures, she's gonna bring them up to the destination. She's gonna deliver them up there, so we won't have no delivery charge. Because we ordered them like a year or so ago. The young lady has got a camper down at Delaney Park. She's up here about every weekend. Well, I went down there and picked them up. So it's gonna work out.
Okay, so do we need to get a figure, an amount, before we tell them to go to publish them?
This is just me. My own personal opinion, you know, this right here is almost 2 years old. My theory is, if whatever it is, just go ahead, you know, have somebody make a motion tonight, pay it, and then get a second. And then what she can do, what Denise can do when the lady takes and gets them done, if Denise will take and contact me, I will contact Flo, we'll get a check, and Denise can have the check. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you have a ballpark figure?
I didn't get any figures at all, because Denise, I assumed had gotten that.
So she took, I
We
give her
didn't
some, and
discuss
she
that.
took,
She turned this over to me.
and it was pretty well matched
Perfect.
to what, you know, the rest of them was, like, one down in Pekin, he was really way out of line.
Yeah.
Rhonda, do you remember how much we paid for some of those brochures in the past?
Oh,
If
no,
you
not right
got
off
your
the
old
bat.
checkbook, like you go back there last
My-
year.
yeah.
I mean, like last year, when we done it, and you got the name of it,
MPI Printing is the company.
and we,
We don't want to give them an open check,
Yeah,
but we want to.
I would.
Your dog's out there?
I
what's that?
Your dog's in the car?
Bark, Cameron.
I was hitting this on the head.
Oh, hey, you left your animal in the gun. Okay, that makes sense.
But I think it was,
you have an approximate date
it'd be in April or May,
of last year.
or maybe even before that.
Well, I can't, I can't make this out very well in here. $75 or something, sale on meter, MPI printing, invoice number was $83,993.
And that was,
And it was $511.38. I didn't,
Probably more than that.
Oh, yeah, it will be.
is that who it was, MPI?
Yeah.
no, and that's for,
And when was that, September the
Does
6th?
that say how
Well-
many?
Yeah, last
How
year.
many, does it say how many?
No, let me see if I can find that invoice here.
well, she done the dining guides and everything, and she delivered all at the same time.
Is that the same?
Yes.
Yes, the same
Okay.
company.
It's probably reasonable then if that's the same person, because that's not out of line. That's probably at least 2 or 3
And
times.
here it is.
I was-
No, here is MPI printing. Now this is, well, okay, this is August of last year.
Okay.
It's almost to the year. And the Washington County Tourism Dining Guide was $2,500 for $445. Okay, here's a dining guide, $2,500 for $359.37. $2,500. What is this for? What's the invoice number? $83,993.
83993.
For total,
Well, we'll have to pay for her revisions.
Yeah,
I know.
and she's already spent 2 hours on it, I know.
Well, she was gonna spend another hour or two on it with
Yeah.
all the changes I've got.
That was,
2,500. She's got dining, this is corrected. Fine.
So 2,500 dime, how much was it?
Well, I don't know, it's 359.27. Then she's got the same thing, corrected file.
I think that
That
it's,
was for her corrections, 445.50.
yeah. Well, that was
To
just
the
on-
dining guide.
But there should be a letter on the,
Tourism Bureau.
so we ordered what, 2,500 dining guides?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's these right here.
Yes.
yeah.
Well, see, we may have ordered 2,500 of them again, yeah. How much, I don't know how many, there's probably quite a few corrections.
A lot of corrections. I just found out 2 more have closed that we had on here today.
Which one is in?
Not, Blue Grounds Coffee House and James 51 Pub that closed.
Jamie's 51 closed?
Yep, it says closed till further notice on the window. I looked today.
What's closed, I think?
About 51.
Jamie's 50 Pub 51.
I don't know where is it?
So you got there where the old Western Auto used to be,
Oh,
Salem Auto, T's Antiques.
So I'm guessing that was her labor for revising this brochure. That's what I'm guessing. And that was $804. 800, amount, not 60.
Well, I don't see no, that's gotta be the number there.
That doesn't correspond.
No.
yeah, I can't find that. It could be over, I got another box of stuff over in the terminal office.
Well, can we make a motion somehow that I would get after I call her with this, I'll get the details
And then
of
you
pricing?
either call me
call
or
you.
email me, and then I'll contact West for me.
Okay,
Well,
would that
yeah,
work?
just you and Lowell.
Oh, okay.
That's what I need. It needs to be done pretty quickly.
Yeah,
Yes, I'm
She'll
gonna call
get-
her tomorrow.
She'll get it, I mean, once we ordered them, it wasn't that long she got them in.
Yeah.
So you're making a motion, what, to go, all of them in, Lowell work on it, or like Lois?
Let Lowe's give you the
Okay.
proposal from Kerr, and then if it's not too extravagant, you can decide to immediately go ahead and
Yeah.
get them
feeling uneasy just giving a blank.
Yeah.
I feel, personally, I feel better if we had more of a ballpark figure, say between, I'm just using this for example, but 700 to 750 or 800 to 850 or whatever, rather than just say, I just feel more
Try to
comfortable
tell her,
with it.
okay,
It would be my guess that it will be over $1,000.
I'll do that.
Yeah,
Well,
because that's just for one brochure.
And we got 2,500 for them that time.
I
I
really,
tell you what, these went fast at 2,500.
Well, then maybe we need
We
to.
need to have it 2,500.
Yeah, but a lot of people like to go to another community and eat out and get away from their
Okay,
hometown.
we need another motion.
Yeah, I'll make a motion, we just, scratch the 1,000, go to 2,500 on the dining guides and 10,000 on the, tourism.
That's the number of
Okay.
brochures.
Yeah.
That's the number of brochures.
Yeah.
Did I have a second on
I
that
second
motion?
that.
Big John, second. I make a motion to get 25 again.
yeah, Denise's phone number by any chance?
No, she's out of town.
Oh, she is.
Yeah, she can roll. She's got a meeting all day.
So there's quite a few corrections lost to the dining
Yes, all
guide.
that in red is corrections.
Okay.
There's quite a lot.
Okay, now
And
John
I'll call
made
her
the
tomorrow
motion.
if she's in.
Okay, you got my number to call me, okay?
Well, I'll call you or Richard, either one.
Yeah.
And then you can decide.
Yeah, we really need this shouldn't be, it should have drawn out this long, but we got to really be more proactive and be quicker on this, because this shouldn't take much. We've been on this all summer long, and it really doesn't need to be that long, but such as it is, next time we'll be more speedier about it.
Yeah. Give it time to one person.
So, there was quite a few changes on the Beck's Mill brochures 3 years ago, and we had the company in Bedford do our printing for us, and they gave us a very competitive price. And I ended up making 3 trips to Bedford, because we ended up shopping up there. And one trip, I think we went on to Bloomington even, but you're right, one person, that was me, that did it all.
Easier. One person does it all.
And here's where I got the motion rolled up. John made a motion for Royce, Richard, and Lowe to check on the prices and on the dining guides and brochures, and if we think it's okay, go ahead and order it.
Yeah.
Okay, do I have a second? John made, I'll second. All in favor? And then I'll call, I think I need your cell phone number.
Which, are we gonna use this one?
Yes,
Denise
I'm
put
just
together?
making corrections.
Okay.
Denise didn't put it together. Mary Jo at
Okay.
EMI.
She sent it out to us.
Yeah. And maybe that.
740 357 9350.
But I'll call, after I take them, Ben Loyce and Lowell work together, I will call everybody and let them know what the prices are. Okay, Chambers request.
We want the,
The contract that Anita brought in here last month. I think we ought to wait till Denise gets here, that way everybody will be here.
I think we should wait until after we see what these are going to
Well, yeah, that's true too. And then,
I'll have comments, but I have to recuse myself from voting on that one.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Hank wasn't here, but
You know, she does do an awful lot, and I really think that Denise is, what else can Anita say? This week, just yesterday, she was doing tourism board work. And there is a point contact, she is a point contact, and nearly every day, if not every day, there is part of her day she does handle. She is doing business on behalf of the tourism board. And correct me if I'm wrong there, but
Well, I think it would help in cases like this where things are, elongated, in terms of like brochures and stuff. I think she could be a catalyst to help get that moving a lot quicker.
so, in my estimate, we have the money. In my estimation, we really should seriously consider compensating the chamber, not Anita, but compensate the chamber for their work. And the chamber, we speak to them as a collective whole,
Yeah.
collective pronoun, because everybody on the chamber at one time or another performs a function of the tourism.
And one of the things that I would insist on as a tourism board member would be that she log her time that she spends on the tourism business. And that we reevaluate periodically to make sure that the value is there. Gotta have measurements or else you don't know whether you're winning or not, right? That's what scoreboards are all about.
And that's unreasonable. I think it's fair that she account for her time and either report to us monthly. She has quite a bit of activity, what she does. And I think it's only fair. And we have the money to pay the chamber. So we really should seriously consider that. And
Hank wasn't here when I brought this up, but I thought that we should invite Mr. Sigurd, or Sigurd, whatever his name is, from the new hotel coming in. Invite him, welcome him to the community, tell him that we're behind him 100%, and we've got even some financial help from our good advertising. That we just not only us, but the whole community, when it opens up next March, and then we'll get some finalized up and going. So I'll contact him if he's available to come to the next meeting, or I'm going to come or next meeting, or whatever.
John Siebert,
Yeah.
yeah, we talked for probably a half hour after the meeting, week before last, when he was down there and gave his presentation. When I went to Oshkosh last week, I passed a cobblestone up in Northern Illinois. It's a nice little motel. It's exactly what he had visualized for putting in here.
Right. What is, this organization is a state entity, so it's set up as a, we're not even set up as a well-known organization, right?
Yeah.
We had been at one time, but, who was it, was it Tom Cypress suggested that we don't, we're double organized because it's a statute that covers us. So I wonder, one of the things that wasn't on that I thought about later is if Anita could work through the community foundation, she's done really successfully with the courthouse lighting and all that kind of stuff, for grant money over and above, tourism. Now, I think we need to do a better job in terms of setting goals and creating actual actions that we don't go after. But then we could have grant money come through the community foundation to help us achieve our needs if we want to, for example, our brochures, we want to get them out besides just the state. We want to get them into Kentucky, we want to get them in Ohio, we want to get them in Illinois, that kind of thing. We would need extra money for that, I would think.
I think Becky's probably got access to the funds that might help us too.
Becky,
Becky.
what?
Skill.
Oh, yeah, with Radius. Well, and that's the other thing I was going to bring up is, the Economic Growth Partnership is now reorganized, right? Completely new board, completely, we got puzzled, but one of the other things that keep being thrown in my face is, how come those three organizations still aren't working in conjunction with each other? I think one of the things with Anita, it would help show that we are.
Yeah.
And then the partnership in the chamber, the only way they're tied is right now, the chamber board has put me on the partnership board. But I think we've gotten a lot done in the last 6 months. It's really been a real transformation. Radius has been a big part of that. It's one of the reasons why the chamber brought Becky Skillman down to talk at lunch and developing that relationship with them.
Okay, where are we on the agenda?
On the chamber request, yeah, you should have a copy.
$2,000.
I-
chamber.
Let me put it back in here. Well, this is something,
And you're recusing yourself because you're on the board.
Yeah, I'm just gonna give you comments on one other one. Again, I'm wearing many hats, so I gotta.
Now, are you on the board as well, the chamber board?
I'm on the chamber board.
The only other comment that I would say,
He is the president, and I will refrain from making a motion because I think that there's a gray area of, certainly of implied
There you go. It's not a copy.
conflict of interest. But, I'm just presenting the facts, that's all.
Well, then we would only have 3 here that would be voting, so that's not enough, hardly, is it?
it's not a forum.
Not a quorum.
Yeah, I think
So we need to
Yeah,
have the
we
next
got
year.
one here.
I- I can do this legally, parliamentary procedurally correct. I can make a motion that we lay this issue on the table.
I was gonna make that motion, wait till next month,
And,
and then try to get everybody here.
Well, still, if there's 3 and 2 abstentions,
and that
they can still carry. I mean,
I make a
Well,
motion.
there's 6 bureaucrats on this
we
bureau,
don't have
right?
to, we don't have to have 4 votes. With you 2 abstaining, I mean, you're here, but you're abstaining.
Make a motion that we table this until next meeting, and hopefully we'll have more members here.
let's, all that motion requires is a second.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll second.
Lloyd,
Okay.
hey, Lowell made a motion to lay it on the table. Lloyd second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So we'll bring it up next month. Okay, new business.
I am not receiving a bill from Mark York. I have not been getting the
Well,
mail.
I haven't needed.
So let's get it straight. Do I need to be going by the post office
I go
every
over
week?
about every week. Okay, he usually emails it to me. Denise told me last night, she had a meeting with him, and I guess he's emailing the bill to her, and she's got the bill.
Okay.
But Denise does have the bill.
Oh, okay, well,
How much are we paying here?
$75 a
Yeah.
month.
Are we getting our money's worth? That's my question.
Well, that's a very valid question, John. There are things that needs to be fixed with the website. There are some errors and issues that there's supposed to be a newsletter, or there was no newsletter. There was something else that somebody was telling me they tried to register on it or log in and could not. And so there's a problem with whatever that is at the website. There's some things we need to work out.
What is our agreement with him on the website?
I don't know what it is. I asked at the last meeting too, Hank. I don't know what it is. Whether
We
it's
should have a contract someplace.
I don't know who.
So we have, what's the link, do you remember?
Maybe Diane probably could tell what it is.
Don't have a spot Deal on the lane.
Well, we need to look at that very closely. And at the end of the year, I can dig through the material that I have.
What about old
I doubt if it's in there. but-
meeting notes? Do you have our archive meeting notes from last year? It seems like it was about the same time of year. Yeah, we'd like to have some.
Did Diane give all that material to somebody? She didn't give it to me.
I don't know why some local high school
Well, here's,
technology department.
yeah, and I agree, to an extent. Here's one of the nice things, and all I'm gonna say is, without naming any companies or anything, but the nice thing about the chamber website is that all of our meeting notices, all of our treasurer's report and everything are out online. So it doesn't matter who's left the board, come back on the board, all you have to do is go online and do your research. Somehow we need to have a document database like that, and we don't currently have that. The other nice thing about the way the chamber page is set up is that Anita can go in there and make her own changes. We don't have to call anybody. She can go right in and do updates. She can, put the newsletter out on there, the treasury reports, the meeting minutes and everything. It's all uploaded by her, as opposed to having to call somebody and say, oh.
I make a motion that we terminate with Mr. York as soon as the contract is up and decide to go another way with the website, because that's very important. People do a lot of work on the website, and I don't think we're
Now,
getting our bang for the buck each month.
this is another benefit if we decide to go with the chamber.
That's a possibility of
And Anita, she can keep the website fresh and up. The other nice thing about CyberTech as a company is being Anita lives in the community, takes a lot of pictures and puts them up on those web pages themselves, including the governance pages and stuff like that. But in my opinion, that document library is the most important thing. And CyberTech is not the only one that can do that. I mean, there's lots of other companies that can do that. The other benefit, though, is now that we're members of the chamber, CyberTech will give you a 30% discount for going with them, so.
So I make that motion.
Okay, John made a motion to terminate Mr. York's contract, you want to cut?
And I don't know how we find out if we don't have a copy of the contract, unless Diane has.
Have a second?
I'll second that one.
Diane probably doesn't have a copy of it, so
It should
Mr.
be.
York surely got it, so he can, whoever talks to him next can ask him when the contract is up at the tourism board.
And what is the man's name that does the
Ellis.
chamber?
No, the guy who does the chamber webpage is, the company's called CyberTech. Our main contact, he's also a chamber board member, is Dan Neal. N-E-L. What's that?
Is there a meeting there?
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Okay, John made a motion to terminate Mr. York's contract. Hank second, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Then we can decide if we're going to go into that.
Well, we should, don't you think, we're a new business now. One of the things that we have coming up here is Friday night on the square. One that also coming up in October will probably be a groundbreaking event for the new motel. Now, one of my proposals that I told at our marketing committee we had 2 weeks ago that we'll want to make the tourism board more visible, that we in the past have been about 5% proactive and 10% reactive to various issues that have been presented to us, and we need about 80 or 90%. One of the things that we need to do is be more visible in the community. And by doing one of the things that we did in a vote on the board at the last meeting, I wrote radio announcements up and given them to Becky White to announce them on the radio. I wrote up about 6 or 8. I've got about 6 or 8 more to write up, and I want to get those done within the next week. Last week I was at Oshkosh all week, so I didn't have a chance to do it, but I did previously do that. And her rates are very, very reasonable, just $100 per month that we authorized last month to pay that in the minutes there. One of the things that we need to do to increase our visibility and to show the public that we are a very vital, very active organization is through seek out opportunities to present ourselves to the community. And like I said a few minutes ago, there's going to be a groundbreaking thing, ceremony for the new motel. And by that, I propose that we buy an $89, around $90 dining canopy, 2 tables and 2 chairs. And at a cost, and behind us here, you can see where I put it up there, the tent, table, and I'm talking about like one of these Walmart tables. I know these are around $35, and 2 chairs like this. And you might be able to find them on sale for even less than $10. And we also voted last meeting to spend up to $400 on a new banner. And it'll be similar to this, but I'm working with, going to work with Zinks, and I already talked to Anita about the kind of banner that we need. By having a tent, having a table, having chairs, having a banner hanging behind this, we can take this to various events around going on in the community, such as to the Pekin 4th of July, Campbellsburg Hoedown there, Friday Night on the Square, FNOS, Spring and Fall, the County Fair, Old Settlers Days, and any other function that goes on around the square. We can get with the chamber, rent us a space for $20, whatever. Somebody, we can all volunteer, we can get somebody in there for 1 or 2 people. We can have a collection of brochures, and Anita has a lot of that stuff that I don't have, and I want to start a file here of everything that she has. We can go to, for example, Friday Night on the Square, set up a canopy, have her table, have her chair, a couple people there with name tags, with brochures promoting various organizations that are tourist attractions to our community.
Right.
This expense would be at approximately $145, and I think it'd be money very, very well spent, that we show the public that we are trying to be more aggressive in promoting their county by being visible, that we are an active, viable group that is seeking ideas, and have a suggestion box if you want to. But we need input from the community of what we do, and there is no limit to what we can do to promote the treasures of Washington County. That's kind of a byline I've been using a lot lately, and we do have a lot of things. And I spent a lot of time talking with Becky at WSLM about what we can do, some ideas. We shared ideas for a half hour the other day when I gave her the check and the radio announcements. She knows more is coming, and she is excited with what they can do for us. And, you know, the sky's the limit. We're only limited by our imagination what we can do. And this right here, by buying a very cheap dining canopy, you know, they're pretty cheap now anymore. I can keep it here, and if I wants to, hey, there's got an event going on over at South Boston or wherever, fine, we'll get it together. And I've got room here to keep a dining canopy, a table, and a couple of chairs.
Well, and the other thing is, I mean, for a centrally located thing, if we develop this relationship with the chamber, we could always keep it at the city hall.
Yeah,
That way,
that'd be fine too. There's a lot of room down there.
after your term is up, and
That's a good idea, because if you took a survey, most people in Washington County don't even know about the board.
exactly.
And that's sad.
And another suggestion, I would
Public
have,
perception has been bad with us, and we need to bring it up. I think that's a great
another
idea.
suggestion I would say is, 1 or 2 of us, once a month, get on a coffee club program with Becky and Denise, and Bob Rivers there, and give an update on the stuff that's going on there.
Well, I'm on there Mondays and Tuesdays, maybe there more often after next week. And so invariably every week something is mentioned, you know, maybe a 5 or 10 or comment, but that it is mentioned. But again, we should use every medium that we can.
And you can have this big band right there in front of the table.
Yes, right in front of the table, or even hanging on between the posts
Yeah.
behind us there. And that would really show the public that we are really trying to promote all of the things in Washington County that draws people in. And guys, we got to do this, because we're going to get more money to do this from the new motel. And the money is, we could as much as triple our income. And we've got money to do a lot of these things. And I just think it's a great opportunity to promote just everything that's going on in the county. We have not done a very good job. Now, I say that as an umbrella thought for all of the organizations here in the county of promoting what we do have here. One of the things that I propose that we do, and I talked to the Economic Growth Partnership lady, she was out here for an hour, we talked about a lot of things, is that we collectively meet quarterly. The Chamber, Tourism Board, it's the city's economic people, Greg Fitzloff, and the Washington County Economic Growth Partnership. 4 organizations meet quarterly over for a meal over at, and just share with everybody what they're doing, what they've completed, what they're working on, some thoughts about this, and share ideas. That will show certainly to the organizations that we are being very open to what we're doing, what we're trying to do. We want input, and it'll show everybody else that we want to work together to promote our city, promote our county.
Right.
And there's no limits to what we should do for communication. Granted, there are some things that maybe you not need to share just yet because they're under development there.
Right.
And the people that these groups are working with to bring into the county, they may not be ready for us to release this information.
Right.
But we still need to show everybody that we want to cooperate and work together as a collective group of citizens and organizations to
That's a
promote.
good idea. I think this hotel is gonna open the doors.
It's gonna, it's,
So,
It's gonna be a big idea.
but
not to knock you off your soapbox too early, but I'm gonna make a motion that we spend $145 for
I'll
the
second
equipment.
that. I'll second that.
Promotional
Hank made
equipment.
the motion. John second, spend $145 or thereabout for 10 tables, 2 chairs.
can we give a little wiggle room, like maybe 175, no more than 175?
Okay, well, and what I was gonna do is I was gonna follow up, yeah, okay, I'll change my motion to be 175.
Amend this motion. And I'll give it as cheap. And if Walmart has these tables on
Right.
sale, or the chairs on sale next week, then I'll wait and get them. But that would give us a little bit. I'm thinking that somebody told me that the canopy was $89, not $89 or $99. I don't remember. It was telling me, but that would give us a little bit of room.
Yeah.
So, and maybe they say, well, the canopy's going to be on sale next week.
Will you second my amendment, John?
I did.
Okay.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All in favor? Okay.
Okay, one other thing though, I want to follow up. Could you also get some pricing on banners that go around the top of the,
Yeah.
just 3 of them for 3 sides? That makes a lot more of an impression, I find, Friday night on the square than the banners that are in front of the table.
Well,
Because there's such a crowd that people can identify booths by looking up over heads if the signage is up on top of the banner.
hanging down that far from the,
Yeah,
AE,
Frontier has a good example of it. where
Okay.
They have their name is actually on the top where that little rectangle section that comes down, the little
Yeah.
apron that comes down off the roof.
right here.
Or just outside where you have Washington County Tourism on 3 sides.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can
and
get some
we
prices.
should put names on there of people that we have given money to and supported
Yeah.
over the previous years or 2 years. So, there's no limit that we can do and we're gonna have the money coming in.
No, and I think it's a good idea. Public perception is that we need to do some self-promoting a little bit.
We can change that. That can be changed.
Yeah.
We can, and by being more visible positively, boy, that's gonna, oh gee, I didn't know you folks were doing that, so that's great.
Well,
It's
it's
to see one hand,
39.
39, what, average is $75 for 9 display.
Yeah,
So you take
I don't
39
know.
times 75 times 4%.
Yeah.
But it's be a nice little addition to state.
Well, I talked to John afterward, and I said, you're gonna be full this weekend. Every weekend, and you're gonna, and I don't know, they've got it all figured out with actuaries as well, put numbers together to find out what they need to break even and what they're gonna be. But you could very well find in a year or 18 months where, good, surprisingly percentage, you're gonna be nearly full, especially when they have a big race out here.
I was told you have to have about 50% occupancy to break even.
Then the average 50%. I heard 44, but maybe it is 39.
Well, that's why I hear it's 44 rooms.
Yeah, so we could get 50%, but that is good. And he should have, that many rooms.
But I'm excited, we have a lot of, so many great things, so.
So did you hear about this little town in Holland? I brought this up in Rotary, you weren't in Rotary Monday. But they asked me to go and speak about the economic growth partnership, you know, and the transition over the last 6 months. So one of the things, there was this little town in Holland that had absolutely nothing. And a bunch of the business leaders got together. And you know how flat Holland is, right? That's what they got. They built the world's largest climbing wall. And what's so funny is, look at that thing.
It's crooked.
What's so well, and that's so you can do the, you know, the hanging climbing on the back side of it. I mean, they have different degrees of difficulties by the way it's designed.
Oh, in Michigan.
But what's so funny is, a lot of people in Europe now are going to this to get ready to go into the Alps and do their, you know, what I mean, they're using this to exercise and get ready. And now, I mean, these guys built this like 5 or 6 years ago. And now, REI's got a store right next door. I mean, all these different outdoor outlets and stuff like that are starting to congregate around this thing.
Cool.
And look at that. Isn't that amazing?
Okay.
I need one of these up Delaney Park.
Well, it's one of the trips I'm going to write this week at Delaney Park and see if Anita has any brochures and write up a radio script for it there. So, but Becky's going to really do a lot for us, and again, it's $100 every month, and I think if we have the money, it'll be money well spent, and she'll do very generous. We're covered the 39 counties, so she says, so that's getting the word out. You know, we market ourselves, but we need to market ourselves outside of the region.
Yeah.
Okay, I just got this in the mail this week. It's Southern Indiana Regional Marketing Corporate. It's sort of like SIRM, SIRMC, abbreviated word. Oh, it's where you go up. Oh, we belong to it. Dues is $250 a year, and they have different quarterly meetings or monthly meetings in different places. So we owe this, or
Is there a contact
Is
number?
this for?
yeah, they have different meetings, different places, all everybody comes together. Most of them's over around Evansville or
It's still Boonville, that's about 25
Yeah,
miles
around
east
that.
of Evansville.
then Jasper, they meet in Jasper.
Yeah, I was thinking, didn't we send Anita to one of those both? Where she got together with a bunch of the area chamber and tourism.
She went something,
Officials.
but I don't recall, is there a contact?
Yeah, it's down there.
Yeah, but that's I'll look for a phone number to call somebody.
Well, we gotta,
Look under the chamber.
you don't have a copy of that, do you? We have
That's
to.
Warwick County Chamber of Commerce.
And do you have a copy of the shingle?
Yeah.
We gotta make a copy of that and give that to Anita, have her check it out.
Okay.
That may be somebody we're already,
What
what I don't understand, and, you know, again, most of us are even, do you remember, you and John, you guys have been around for a while.
Yeah, we paid
What's
that for
our
it.
benefit?
Yeah, what are we getting out of it? This is Warwick County Chamber of Commerce, Southern Indiana Regional Marketing Cooperative. We want to know more. We're not against it, but I want to know more if we're getting a bigger pay. We have, just because we have the money doesn't mean we can just pay everything that comes by our.
Well, and the other thing is, I mean, we may not be taking enough advantage of it.
Could be too. They have the services that we need to be
It's like paying
utilized.
for a magazine subscription, you don't read.
Well, I'll make a motion, we'll table that to next month.
Listen, why don't, I'll go ahead and call these people and find out more about it and
And then
report
bring it
back.
up next month.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Okay, I'll make a motion to table that. John, second it. All in favor?
Right.
Oh, one of the other things that we are going to do, next week I'm going to go to the state fair. Now, Mark Graham, who is the state tourism board director, and I and we're gonna talk about various marketing strategies, find out what other counties are doing, and get some ideas from them.
So if you take Courier Journal, it's in there, they cut back the funding for the state tourism board, something like
So from 4 to
4 to
less
2
than $2
million
million.
or something like that. But still, we're more than 92 counties, so we should be in line to get a little bit, $2 million.
Well, one of the things I want to talk to him about, just brainstorm, look at their display, and
That's where
see
Becky
what
can
they have
help us
up there,
there.
and get some ideas.
Very keen on
Yeah,
tourism.
she can help
Not
us
to
there.
start with that,
We should
copy.
be in line to get a little bit of it.
You know, and that's why we laugh at that climate wall. But one of the resources that we don't take enough advantage of is this Knoxville Trail.
Yeah.
And there's even, what was it, the Native Americans that lived here at one time had a contest, how fast you could run or travel from, have you heard about this? From up like around Delaney all the way down to Clarksville. And, you had to make it in a week or something like that, or, as a rite of passage maybe, and I don't know. It's something, it'd be, kind of like Geekasy. It'd be kind of cool to bring back that bit of history, and you get a lot of people traveling here for a challenge like that.
Now, what's the story with Legacy
Not this year, but next year.
next year? See, there's a tourist attraction. And we
I asked the board, I'm starting my own business, and so I don't have the time to provide leadership for that. I asked the board if anybody wanted to step up. Now, Adam, who would be a likely successor, is so caught up in the bicentennial. He's putting a lot of time into that. And then, Mindy and I we're doing the business together, so.
That's where there's a gray line for, again, personal profit thing does draw tourists in here. But where is a gray area we need to go up to and stop, whether we are helping somebody with a private endeavor for profit. I think there's something we should go, but we need to define those lines where, you follow what I'm saying?
Well, no, in terms of
Of a personal gain and profit. Should we help a tourism attraction that's individually, privately organized and owned and function?
Yeah, you boil it down to our main mission, the way I see it, is to bring people in the county and have them stay overnight.
Okay. So
if
it
it's
is,
somebody who for profit is doing that, as far as I'm concerned, that's fine.
okay,
As long as we're bringing people in here and they're staying overnight.
okay.
I don't even know what Equacy is.
It's hotel, thank you.
So, we got the idea, there used to be a school back in the 1880s. You know that yellow house that's on College Avenue and 56? Just one block from the church where
Yeah.
there used to be a 4-story building there that was a college, an academy called Equacy. Equacy is the Greek word for 20. And the reason why they called it that was because they only brought 20 of the top applicants were allowed to enroll in the school. And they drew students as far away as New Orleans. And if you think about it, back in the 1880s, coming from New Orleans was a whole heck of a lot different trip than it is today. But, so we started, last year we had what essentially amounted to was a local beer and wine and music festival out at the Speedway. And the next iteration is we want to bring in a lot of farmers and markets and other artisans as well, so that we're basically celebrating local production. Yeah, it's EIKOSI. And it was so funny, Lois, we had the hardest time. We were saying Ecosi, we were saying Icosi. I had my sister-in-law is actually Greek. And so I had to go to her and say, how do you say 20 in Greek? She said Ecosi.
Okay. Is anybody else got any business? Ron, you got anything?
I do.
Okay.
We received over the email, invoice through Anita
Okay.
on the
State guides,
on
yes.
this guy. And the bill was like over $3,000. And this is what they had in it last year.
That's for 2 years though, right?
I don't know, I didn't see that.
I think it's a
Okay.
two-year publishing.
So we need to decide first whether we want to put our increase in here again. And then second, somebody needs to contact them because they're not right. You know,
Yeah, because,
we got changes.
Yeah, because the one on
We had
Campbell.
Campbellsburg, Wilkins House will have to be eliminated.
So,
And then Salem, there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 increase there. And then like this one, this is the only place I've ever seen this anywhere.
we have a
Sugar
deadline on
Lakes
that? Do you
Cottage.
see that?
I'm sure there is, but I didn't see it on the information that we were sent.
Okay, the Sugar Bush Cottage, it's out of business, that's, where,
Lauren.
Mike Goring was. And he had it for a little while and then, but they are gonna have the maple syrup festival, but this right here is no longer in existence.
Okay, so we need to decide if we're gonna do it, what increase we wanna put in
Becksville's
it.
still in,
Because you
Lansingburg's
pay
still in,
so much per
Per
increase.
entry.
Manning House and Nisson's still in, Salem Motel's still in.
You know, this would be a perfect task for Anita. Because one of the things is, I think we should support it, but I don't think we should subsidize. I think we should subsidize them, I don't think we should pay the whole thing, right? But she could contact everybody in the entire county and say, look, we're willing to pay half, we're willing to pay 3/4 of your, you know, your entry in this marketing guide to support you as a business, it's bringing, you know, what's your updated information, what's your, I don't know. But that's the example of legwork that could be.
What Nita could do for us.
Exactly. And I say we go ahead and give it to her anyway, we just need to, decide on how much our ceiling, how much we're willing to, because she may be able to get for the same money, 20 people in there. You know what I mean, if she can convince people to, you know, to pay part of it themselves. I think it should be, I don't know, this is just personal opinion, but I think it should be a hand up, not a handout.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Anybody, if you make that motion, 50%, put up or shut up.
Well, this place here, I would have to check with the board on this to see what, you know, I mean, it's the board for this place now. See what they feel about it, I'm sure they would.
Yeah.
See what
Do
they,
you have a board for the museum?
You make a motion on the second, we do that. I think that's a good idea.
Okay, I make a motion that we ask Anita to contact all these organizations and,
The time to pay off some of these bills, we're not gonna have too much
right,
problem for a while. Till that hotel gets in.
but the hotel's really much.
so what's our ceiling before I finish our motion?
That's
Mr.
why you see
Treasurer,
what Nita says.
she
about
said
what
it's
she-
$3,000 to update what we got right now.
It
But-
was over 3,000. I don't
Okay.
remember
Yeah,
what
I
that
remember.
invoice said exactly. I meant to copy it.
It may be that, of course, some of it's gonna be eliminated, and there's some changes too. The Campbellsburg one, that's their own deal. But the first Salem, you say that one is gone, that one is out of business.
Well, see, Campbellsburg's in there, and it's out of business
It's
now.
out of business.
Campbellsburg, oh, I thought it was at, what's that, John?
Wilkins.
So that's,
And then the Sugar Bush, which is
Yeah,
down
it's-
Pearson Hollow Road, where Mike Goring was, where his grandmother lived, he's not gonna open up a hunting and a thing like that.
And we want to
But
get,
he wasn't in business maybe a year.
is Delaney in there?
is,
Blaine Park.
yeah, Blaine
We
Creek.
want to get Denise in there,
It's,
right?
Washington County Tourism.
We're in
Denise
there.
is not in there.
Yeah, we want to get Denise in
Yeah,
there.
She's not in business.
Oh, yeah, the destination.
Yeah.
But that's where she would probably need to, so we have this opportunity, would
Yeah.
you go with it and have Nita. Wildwood Acres and Twin Creek Outfitters situation. Well, that's,
The honey lunch,
Maybe.
Jamie Bennett.
Yeah.
So if it was over 3,000, I say we bring it down to 3,000 for a 2-year publication. And we have Anita fill as many as possible with a 50% support.
see, that's where it goes back where Nita.
And it's up to, she doesn't have to spend all 3,000, what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
This is, make sure this is for 2 years.
that's just memory, I'm pretty sure
I
that's
think
what
it
it was.
was like it, but I don't remember which,
I think it was like 240 per entry, if I remember correctly. But I didn't catch that list for 2 years.
let's
Oh,
go
I
back.
could be getting information, but you don't have any cell service here.
Huh?
You don't have any cell service
Yeah,
here.
so, well, mine usually works in here, not
Metal
well.
walls.
You know, the metal.
Okay, Hank made a motion to ask me to
Let's
check, see if we get 50% from the businesses for the travel tax, right?
Yeah.
And then John second. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Now, are you gonna take that to Anita?
You live here in town, well.
No, I live in Martinsburg.
Yeah, I learned that.
She'll need it, yeah.
Do you want the book? This was mine, but I don't have that.
No, I'm sure she's got that.
I think she's probably got that covered.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, any other business? Ron, you got anything?
Yeah, Chris Bundy is opening up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. Do you know what it's gonna be called?
Oh, I don't know, but it's gonna be a riot. I know it is. It would be a great thing to ask him to be on the board. He is newly retired. He has contacts all over the world. They did a roast on
He's
him.
gonna be serving food, so since
Yeah.
they open up with,
Yeah, I mean,
what's his name down here, John Fouts, and everything.
Well, they're closed. Well, see, that's just like the winery, is that in there?
Last weekend was her last
No.
weekend.
Yeah.
yeah.
So that eliminates,
We can't put things in for the future. What we're publishing now has to be up and going now.
Yeah.
So
See,
the
that's just like,
next update, we would want to catch these new places.
yeah, as soon as he opens up, because it has to be somebody serving food.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, ask him because, they roasted him before he resigned or retired.
Yeah.
And it took 6 hours. It had an auditorium of like 300 or 400 people, and they came from all over the world. He is a bonus to this board if you do appoint him.
Well, we can't appoint.
What?
We can't appoint.
Well, I
We
mean,
do it, but we can't do it until it opens up his thing, it has to be somebody.
right, but I
That's
mean,
why John was asked to serve and never did come on board with us.
it's a huge bonus to
Do we
the,
have an FTC?
Yeah, because see, John never did come on board with us, he showed interest, but they never did come in.
So who's the organization that would do the appointing?
The commissioners do it.
Commissioners.
Commissioners do all except one, I think.
So,
Mayor does that.
Yeah,
yeah, that's me, that's my seat.
so, 6 to 1. So as soon as he opens up, we can put him.
Which I think he's gonna try to get open this spring sometime.
That's what he said by Christmas, according to that article.
Well, he may be open.
Maybe I read it wrong. I
he's
thought-
fidgety. I mean, he would,
Oh, he'll get it going as soon as possible.
oh yeah, he's,
Yeah, I thought the paper said he was gonna try to get open by Christmas.
I bet he does. I bet he
I bet
does.
he does too.
Did you
I
read
mean-
that article? What did you think?
No, I knew that Chris was going to put one, was it a paper?
Yeah.
What issue was it in?
Last Thursdays.
Oh, okay, I was gone last week, so I didn't get to get
So
it.
they was in there, they had pictures of it, what it used to be and everything like that.
Very exciting.
Huh?
Very exciting.
Yes.
It's not gonna be the same businesses.
No.
Hey,
He came out and said it in the article.
Oh, yeah. Well, see, I tried to get Willie to do an article on it.
that's good.
Well, I tried to get Willie to do an article, a historical article. Oh, we can't do that on the top. Well, it's history.
He put it
Well,
on.
he put it in the paper himself, and he'll tell you about it.
Yeah,
Okay.
hopefully it didn't participate.
Next month's meeting, are we gonna have it here again?
If that's all right.
Is there any way you can bring some cornbread salad with you?
Okay, next meeting.
Rhonda makes some most awesome cornbread salad.
We will have refreshments next meeting, okay?
We can take
We
turns.
will have
We
refreshments.
can take turns.
Yeah, you've heard Ron's
I don't know, that cornbread salad.
Okay, we need a motion to adjourn then. So next meeting's gonna be here at the Stockbridge Museum.
So much.
John made a motion,
Second.
hospitality.
Yes, sir, our pleasure, our pleasure.
But as soon as I find out, as soon as she finds out anything